Alright, some of the problems in your homework, I don't want to give it away which ones, but some of them with the 2 variables and the 3 variables are what's going to be called inconsistent, which means there's no solutions. And there's another type which is called infinitely many solutions. Now if you have a problem that says something like x equals y plus 3, and you have another equation that said x minus y equals 8, and you decided and said, okay, I know what x equals, so I'm going to take this and plug it in here. So I'm going to plug in and have y plus 3 minus this y equals 8. Drop my parentheses, so I have y plus 3 minus y equals 8. I have y minus y, that's 0, they cancel each other out, so I'm left with just 3 equal to 8. Well, I don't have any more variables in the problem, so when this occurs, this happens, this is no solution. There's no way to figure out how much the x is, how much the y is, because they cancel each other out. This actually means it is inconsistent. And what technically happens with this is that these two lines are parallel to each other. If I were to ask you to graph them and figure out the slopes, you could also do it that way. You could figure out the slope and say if x equals y plus 3, you could subtract 3 from both sides and have y equal to x minus 3, and know that the slope here is 1. In the other equation you have x minus y equals 8. If I subtract x from both sides, I have, negative y equals 8 minus x, which is negative 1, divide by negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. Y equals negative 8 plus x. And if you look at the slope on this one, it is also 1. In the last section we talked about slopes of parallel and perpendicular. If two lines are parallel, they are never going to cross through each other, and that is actually what this inconsistent, this is actually what we're doing. We're trying to figure out points where two lines would cross through each other, where they would have the same solution. So on something like this, when there's no more variables, you have two numbers that aren't equal, this means that the lines are parallel, and this is inconsistent or no solution. So they're not going to cross through each other. Now, this is different from the infinitely many solutions, such as if I gave you 2x plus 3y equals 5, and then we said 6x plus 9y equals 15. Well, I have to go through like I did for number 8. You know, these are all lined up with x's, y's, equal signs, and numbers. So I need to figure out to multiply either the x or the y's to get opposites. So what I'm looking at is just the x's here. And if I multiply this number by 3, I'm going to get my 6. But I got to be careful because I want an opposite. So instead of getting positive 6, if I multiply by negative there, I will have my negative 6. So I will have, make sure I distribute to everything. Oops, that. Negative 6x minus 9y equals negative 15. 6x plus 9y equals positive 15. And all of a sudden something's going to happen. These cancel out because they're opposites, so you have 0. Negative 9 plus 9 is also 0. Equal sign. Negative 15 plus 15 is opposites again, you get 0. This time you have again two numbers, no variables, but the two numbers are actually equal to each other. When this happens, this says any number that you plug into one equation, you will get the same exact numbers when you plug into the other. No matter what number you pick for x and what number you pick for y, it will always work out that way. So this is true. 0 equals 0, or 8 equals 8, or whatever you end up 5 equals 5. This means infinitely many solutions. Because whatever works in one equation will also work in the bottom one.